I'm James Curiosity Shop, historic Hot Springs. Come check this place out. They got something for everybody.
There you
Take
go.
two.
Yeah, so we
were just on here chatting with you guys.
Yeah, we thought we were live.
We were.
It has been 8 days since we've seen everybody.
It has. We had to postpone last night's show because the monster here had a little treatment yesterday. You want to chat about that at all?
Well, yeah, but also have contacts in for the first time in
He
my life.
does, y'all. He's with
Now,
contacts.
yeah, so it's they're not my prescription contacts because they're going to make it where I don't have to wear readers and I can see and all kinds of stuff. So crazy is when we put these in on Wednesday, we couldn't get them out.
It was nuts.
So I slept with them for the last 2 days. We had to go back the eye doctor day, get them to pull them out. So I think we have a way to get them in and out now. Like apparently I have super strong eyelids. I mean, obviously makes sense, right? Strong everywhere.
Y'all, 3 of us it took.
Yeah. So, but the crazy thing is I have not seen my reflection in the mirror and I don't know how long without having glasses on.
Yeah.
Right. Like I take selfies of myself and see what it looked like then once I put glasses on, but actually looking in the mirror, I haven't seen my reflection without glasses for I don't know how long. So that's pretty cool. And then I can see the TV. So that's awesome.
Oh, I just realized something. You can see those things I didn't want you to see.
I don't know what you're talking about. You beautiful. You got all the goods. You got all the goods, baby. All the goods.
Oh,
but I did have a new treatment yesterday. So I'm a little surprised that I've still been irritable today. Like I have numerous times I've been irritable throughout the day. So, I mean, I know it wasn't going to be new magic day 1, but I don't know. Maybe I was in a better mood yesterday. That's one thing about my day that hasn't went perfect so far. So we got to fix that after this live. But
well, you have encountered some frustration today, but you were very patient with the doctor. So I feel like that was good. And the thing is that Michael's irritability is not what we were trying to fix. What we're working on for him is his depression and anxiety. So
anxiety that I've never had, depression that I've really never had. It's just all like situational. So tell you what it was. Remember when Devin was doing all this stuff and I heard him say he did ketamine.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really know anything about it. We down my new TRT doctor, Balanced Health Centers down in Florida. They mentioned ketamine treatment could help me out a lot. Came back home and thankfully Rick Stuckey, a good friend of ours who started out following us on social, his wife worked at Alleviant. So got a hold of those guys, got a hold of Dr. Brian, and I started ketamine treatment yesterday. So it was a pretty cool experience. We're documenting the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when I found out on Thursday, it was Wednesday, I got on only Wednesday, talking about how desperate I was to get back to my normal self, right?
Just to be better. Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, after he told me he could fix me, you were the first call and I couldn't stop the emotions because knowing that like this isn't permanent, I mean, I was just bawling like a little baby because, out of just sheer hopefulness and joy that I could potentially get better. So it's 6 treatments over 2 weeks. Along with some therapy and stuff. So
did you hear that minimum of?
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Minimum of.
I said 70% of people only need 6.
Yeah, but so you're one of those exceptional people. And the thing is that when you said you still had irritability today,
remember, it doesn't really well.
With his depression and anxiety, his triggers are a lot easier to flip, but the thing is, he told you would be better yesterday. He didn't tell you would be healed.
I know, but the new pathways thing. So I'm trying to keep positive stuff in my head. I'm trying not to think about negative stuff, right? I'm trying to think about positive stuff.
Right.
Like cracking wrist.
Y'all.
You gotta crack some wrist.
Yeah. So like you said, we are documenting it for you guys so that you can see. There's a lot of questions out there about what this ketamine therapy is. I've been doing a lot of research on it, looking at trials, going back. He said yesterday that they go back to the 90s. I only went back as far as 2012. And it's been very successful on things like depression, anxiety, PTSD, especially, it is so far shown the most promising treatment for suicidal ideation. So that's very encouraging.
Absolutely.
I want to read this real quick because we haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
The Big E, thank
Like
you so
2 years.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for that super chat. He says, looking good, stud. You'll catch me one day. Soon.
Let's
See
not
y'all
go
soon.
crazy.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, are you pulling around, Big E, or what you doing right now? Interesting.
So kind of funny story. I weighed 258 the day before Pablo got here, 61 the morning of our match.
Yep.
61 the morning of our match, 58 the day before.
Mm-hmm.
I am 280 pounds stretched right now.
We haven't been eating just right.
No, it wasn't that bad. Like I literally we had Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
And after Valentine's Day, I still got down to 258.
Uh-huh.
And then 261, right?
Uh-huh.
So it wasn't, Valentine's got me to 265.
Why are we talking about
I
Valentine's
don't
Day?
care. That's where the cheat day started. And then I didn't cheat until that Sunday. And then I celebrated last night. So 2 evenings in a day. And I'm like 20 pounds.
Okay, so but when Michael says he did not cheat,
I ate carbs.
he ate a lot of carbs.
We had a lot of sushi one night.
He had a bunch of sushi, then he had a bunch of pancakes, and so
Still, my macros that day were good.
Yeah.
The total macros.
I know, but you weren't doing my nutrition for you.
Well, no. I'm just saying, my body wants to be a super.
It does. Your body does want to be a
This
super.
whole 253 shit.
It's hard for Michael to get down to a weight under 260 and stay there. And because he has to be so strict with his nutrition to get down below that and stay there. So it's a lot tougher than what a lot of you got to think.
Put that in perspective. I got like 4 pounds of clothes on. That's 276.
Yeah.
The weight is 253.5.
You're a big boy. We know you're a big boy.
But I mean, yeah, that's a lot of weight I got to cut.
So I want to give a shout out to Phil Woody. Thank you for joining the stream. Haven't seen you in a minute. Troy Brown is on. John Barlow, the Drew 24, Power Twisters, and Carlos Brenes from Costa Rica. Oh,
Costa Rica. That sounds
Jeremy Parker, Brad Butler, Tall Paul Hutchins Jr., the Drew 24, and Benji Mack. Good to see you all on here. And we got another super chat.
cool. What's up?
We got John Hutchison. Let me show you. It's super awesome seeing you back, Monster. Arm wrestling is much better with you active and doing what you do best. I agree. I like to see this guy pulling. Well, maybe I need to
Rephrase that?
Well, no, because I do love to see you compete.
You just don't like the stress and anxiety.
I do
that
not like
comes
the
along
stress
with it.
and anxiety that come along with it at all. I really have an aversion to that stress and anxiety, actually. So, guys, today we are going to talk about several things. He's got some last words about the Pablo match, and then we're going to intro what this match contest is going to be. We've got 2 matches that we're going to show you guys today. By the way, thank you guys for responding so
bunch of people
quickly.
matches.
You got so many matches in your inbox, but there's going to be 2 shown today. If you're not one of those 2, don't give up, and I'll tell you why. So for a couple, we'll do a Q&A and
King of the Table breakdown. No, you didn't.
King of the Table breakdown. So
Breakdown, just like last minute thoughts.
yeah. Well, last minute thoughts, because has anything changed since we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. So anyways, welcome. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe and click that bell for notifications so you can be notified when we're going live and when we drop new videos. Also, if you haven't clicked that thumb up yet, click out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, and get back in that chat and chat with us, because we want to talk to you as things progress today. And be ready with your questions for our Q&A.
Yeah. Did anybody else come in there? I thought I saw Jake Houston. I guess it's that guy there, John Hutchinson. I guess that's who it was.
John Hutchinson, Kyle Blankenship, DJ.
Oh, that's it then, I guess, right? Okay, I just thought I saw others.
Levin Saggy Ass, y'all feel me. What?
I don't know. Levon's awesome. I like it.
Levon Saggy. You've had the saggy booties
Well, it's
lately.
because I'm wearing athletic pants that are like super sweaty Walmart sweatpants.
They're not athletic pants, they're sweatpants, yeah.
Okay, sweatpants.
Yeah. So yeah, we gotta get you some tight cute ones.
Listen here. You don't have to boss of me.
All righty. DJ says, I have had extreme anxiety and depression. You will be victorious over it. I believe it. I believe it. Remember to count your blessings and look at all you have overcome in your life. Fighters always come out on top. And I believe that too. Kyle Beverly, what's up? All right. So where are we at, Michael?
Well, I just had my first match back last week. So
Yes.
Was that 6 days ago?
Yes. And would you like to tell them how your arm still feels?
So, yeah, it's not super sore from the match. It's
No.
from the after pulling that we posted members only, right?
Right.
And then all the training we did after that.
Right.
I actually hit a new PR on the pronation engaged lat drag.
Yep.
Wasn't as clean as my previous lifts, but considering I did it the day after pulling Pablo, it was crazy.
Yeah. So Michael just mentioned something. We uploaded Michael and Pablo did some more pulling, and we weren't going to do anything with it. And not all of it was filmed, but our videographer did catch some of it. I was like, you know what? Let's just give that to the members.
That's kind of what we're going to start doing moving forward, because we have Anton here filming all the time.
All the time.
The content that we don't use
that doesn't go to video,
make it to edit, right? We just, why not share the behind the scenes to the members?
I had an idea today. I think I wanted to see the full on what happened to you after you ate that chip video. It went on for a minute.
Yeah, they cut that pretty quick. There was a whole lot of damn, that's hot.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So so if you're not a member, go ahead and check that out, because we'll be dropping in stuff that nobody else will see, and we'll be doing it regularly.
Well, now we have content to get used to. We didn't have the extra content really. I mean, we had some stuff.
Right.
But it just makes sense now because there's so much being filmed. Why not,
right.
I don't know. I liked it. I like the idea. It was cool what you did, because I hadn't even seen that footage. I went to the members section to watch it,
Right.
So that was pretty cool.
Right. So if you guys have not seen chapter 2 in Michael's return, you need to check that out. I think it's I Can't Take Another Loss. I think that's the name of it. You need to check that out, because Anton is basically following Michael around with a video camera, and he's just catching so many things that is authentically Michael, what he's dealing with, his training and things that he's going through, get in his preparation to get back to the table. And I know that he's already working on the 3rd chapter. We're going to be putting out one a month, so you guys don't want to miss that at all. Go ahead and check those out.
But yeah, so match with Pablo.
You did do a lot after pulling.
So much. So yeah, my arm's still sore. I mean, I've been training all week.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did a good chest workout day. Oh, I think Jeremy and I, we hit 525 on deadlift like the day Pablo went home or the day after. So that's the heaviest. I've done a 605 deadlift for a double, so that's the heaviest deadlift I've done since a bicep, so it still felt good. But yeah, I've been training hard all week. What I have been focusing on is my cup. So Pablo's like, yeah, dude, you feel super strong. Pronation feels good. I just need to improve my cup. And the thing is, I train so much wrist stuff. And I'm still going to do that, because it's kind of been messed up lately, because the way the gym's set up right now, I don't know if I told you, I'm going to move the Smith machine back down to the free weight area instead of having it upstairs, and probably the belt squat as well, just because they're all free weight machines. But that way I'll have it set up right next to my forward wrist roll, my reverse wrist roll. I can start doing my circuits again. But I asked Pablo, he told me what he's been doing. Spoke with Ingen. Ingen gave me a very good suggestion on what he thinks I should do for cup. So yeah, I mean,
and you're doing it, and he's doing it, guys. Really, he's also still doing rice bucket.
I'm also doing rice bucket daily, which all those things are great for my hand. I saw the Arson Lily lift the other day. I liked it. So there was one.
No, we already did.
Okay, was it? Okay, just blew. So did the Arson Lily lift the other day. Like that. Would like to start incorporating that. I have so many handles that I've just never really used. And I grabbed one the other day that I thought was like a mimic of an RR the way I used it. But then I found out there's a way to strap it in and make it like a cupping handle, but you put your hand in like you're gripping someone's hand. That felt really good. So I started doing that too, I think.
This told me a lot. So you said you'd been working your hand and wrist for a long time, actually. And so you thought your cup was good and strong. But what happened when you try to do what Pablo does?
Couldn't do it. I mean, it was nowhere near. And you told me like Levon on the same lift is like 62 kgs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I did significantly less than that. Like I think I only did like 42 kgs.
So it's
Levon did 62 kgs. So
it's fair to say what you thought was working was not.
Yeah, I mean, I do my work. Those things are hard for other people to do, and I could do them easy. But the things that they do specifically, I'm not strong at. So, I mean, I'm obviously stronger than the average person, but strong compared to the world elite arm wrestlers in that particular movement, I wasn't strong. So that's something I'm going to be focusing on. He said, twice a week, 8 sets, 15-second holds, go up 2 pounds a week, stuff like that. So, but he was telling me this before the match or after the match. He's like, dude, I think you'd be 5-10% stronger by the East versus West. And what makes that seem realistic is the fact that all my stuff's been maintenance workouts, basically. I've done a few workouts above maintenance, because I've been getting stem cells. So I got stem cells 4 months in a row, like consistently. And with stem cells, I couldn't train heavy. So now I'm actually getting to start to push my body. So we're 8 weeks out from the match tomorrow. Like I said, I weigh in like 55 days because of the time difference right now. I weigh in like tomorrow morning, or I would have weighed in this morning.
Mm-hmm.
The time difference makes like 55 days away. So got 20 pounds cut. But I guess 7 weeks to push it pretty hard. You know?
Okay.
So I'm excited. I feel good.
And how did Ingen's exercise feel?
It's taxing.
Taxing.
Yeah, it works good.
So it's definitely going to help the area.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm still going to keep working everything else too.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to test my pronation gauge lat drag weekly because I hadn't done it since December, and I actually got 5 pounds heavier.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty crazy. I'm excited about doing all that. Maybe I haven't done it since January. I don't remember. Either way, hit 5 pounds more after pulling Pablo, so that's super cool. But yeah, like my match would have been tomorrow with Lars at King of the Table. So I think I would have been ready. I mean, how I felt last week, I think I'd have been ready for Lars tomorrow.
Okay.
So it gives me, more time to get ready for Frank, and then another 6 weeks after that, I'll pull Lars. So I'm excited about both those matches. Ingen asked me, got on live with Ingen Sunday after the match or something. He's like, "Hey, so what are your goals?" So it's like my best case scenario, blah, 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 right?
So that's your best case scenario. I mean, everybody, you need to have short-term and long-term goals.
Yeah, people are like, do this or that. I'm like, dude, he asked me about, he didn't say my worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I'd like to do this.
Yeah.
So it all come down to, I think it's all possible if I'm just wanting to do the work. And the doctor yesterday told me, and we got it on video, the ketamine treatments, after 6 rounds of ketamine treatments, he thinks I can have my mental
game
that I had, like that I used to come to the table with, right?
Yeah.
So there's just been so many things that have happened this last year, especially last 4 months, but the last few years. I mean, COVID was bad. The nerve damage was bad. Like all those things like compiled, and they were a lot, right? So it's going to be pretty cool to see with this healthy arm, new range of motion, healthy mind. I'm excited to see where it goes.
I am too. And I know that really the sky is the limit. And if you have everything in order, mentally, physically, spiritually, I think you're going to be a completely different person approaching the table.
I agree. I mean, one thing we're going to talk about real quick before we go to the next thing, Rebecca's in the room with me the whole time for my treatment yesterday, just because I feel more comfortable there being there. What was the thing that was so funny?
What you kept doing?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, he's laying there, right? He's like, crack that wrist. I mean, he was constantly.
I had no idea that that's what I'd be focused on. Right?
And he's like, I don't know why I'm so focused on arm wrestling. I'm like, because that's your destiny. I mean, it's all that you live, So if you had any doubt if arm wrestling is what you are.
That's what I was thinking of during that first treatment, right?
Crack that wrist, yeah.
Oh, so hysterical, because I'm asking you later. I'm like, did I really say that? Or was that like in my head? Nope, you said that.
You said it.
Cracking wrist. I was like,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Well, when I say it was a lot of fun, that
I just want to be better.
Michael, people have this idea of what ketamine treatment is supposed to be like. Okay, first of all, there are people that abuse ketamine. They're feeling something different. When you go in for a ketamine treatment, which Michael's doing infusion, he's not doing nasal or anything, it is controlled, and you still have a different experience, but you're not getting high. It's not wanting to make you, I don't know. It's not what they describe. What people usually think of is something that you might see like at a disco, and this is not that. This is a very controlled procedure with the physician was there with us in the room and monitoring Michael, and it all went really good.
Very happy with it so far, yeah.
MMT, do you remember where you won? This is Leyland Bostaine, where you won the Texas State Championships in the early 90s. My dad arm wrestled you in the 90s.
Okay, so my first ever state championship was November 7th, 1992. I won Louisiana State.
Okay.
Next weekend, I went to Chicago, pulled Midwest Regionals. Next weekend, I pulled somewhere else. I can't remember. But Texas State Championship. First year, I pulled the big Texas State, which was what's his face? The Popeye Killian.
Tim
Killian. He used to hold all the tournaments there, right? So it was in I would have told you. It's where I pulled Richard Rick Zumwalt.
I don't know who that is.
Yes, you did. Bull Hurley.
Bill Hurley. Oh.
Yeah. So it was Texas State Championships, Brenham, Texas. I think it was like a Texas State fair. So that could have been it. There are several other places. I think I pulled a Texas State Championship at a mall in Dallas one time. I don't know, man. I pulled so many tournaments in Texas. I got a bunch of trophies out there. But yeah, so Texas was a lot of fun back in the days. But it could have been 93 or 94. Also pulled that same event in 95 as well.
Oh, well, how about that?
Right.
Are you ready?
Oh, for the video?
Oh, okay. So, intro the match contest. And guys, we are going to get to the king of the table. This is what's happening with the match contest. I literally just thought of this today, broke it down to Michael, said this is what we're doing. You like it?
I think it's pretty cool.
So if you're on here and you were not aware, earlier today on our community, also on Facebook and on Reddit, I put out that we were doing a live tonight, requested that people send me their match videos or their practice pulling videos so that Michael could choose and review. If we choose your video and Michael reviews it, your name is going to go into the hat where we're going to middle of May. From now until the middle of April, From now until the middle of April, the names will be accumulated. We'll pull someone out, and you, if you're the winner, will get a VIP experience at the next Monster Factory.
So Monster Factory 6 is May 18th. Preliminary matches on May 17th. So it's Friday, Saturday. So VIPs who come to that, it's a $500 value.
Yes.
The VIPs who come to that get access to the Friday night card an hour before the card. Then they get like 2 hours before on Saturday, plus they get to stay for the after pull.
After pulling, yeah,
Right,
just
so-
hang out with everybody here.
Yeah, each person gets their own Monster Factory shirt with their name on it, as a VIP, and you just get to hang out and meet all the arm wrestlers and have a good time, right? So
That's right.
we're
That's
going to
right.
give away a VIP. I think we're limited to like 20 VIPs for that event. We have more VIPs now because we have a larger space. Previously, it was only 15. Now we can do 20 VIPs. So we will start announcing once the VIPs open. It usually goes to previous VIPs. We give them the first shot, and then we announce it to everyone else. But yeah, it's going to be a cool event, I think. Monster Factory's still not done yet, right? But our contractor is supposed to be coming back tonight, so that'll be cool. But to have it completely finished, flooring, everything else completely done by May 18th is going to be a really cool event here.
So I'm putting Michael's email address in the chat. It's monstermt243@gmail.com. And that is where you're going to send your videos. We've already gotten so many.
A lot of videos.
Now, this is how it happens. The ones that he chooses to review, they will be on our Thursday Night Lives.
Is it 2 each time?
2 each time on our Thursday Night Lives, but also follow him on Instagram and on Facebook because he'll be releasing some each week as reels on Instagram and Facebook. And if
Didn't know I was doing that. That's super cool of me.
So if you are chosen, whether it's on YouTube, on Instagram, or on Facebook, and Michael gives you the shout out, then your name goes into the hat. So Are we ready to get to the first?
I guess so. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
Okay, I got to see. Let me hang on. You chat for just a second because I want to see. Make sure
I can't see what people are saying, so I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about.
Well,
so I have great vision, like there forward. But when my contacts come in, I'll be able to see without readers and distance. So I have everything. But yeah, just right now, is that Woody Perry on there? What's up, dude?
Woody Perry.
What's up,
Monster?
Yeah, so everything's good on my end, feeling strong. I'm excited about watching King of the Table tomorrow. I got some people coming over. Gonna sit here and get some working out in while we're watching the event. What else you got? What are we waiting on?
That is it. So guys, again, if you're not chosen tonight, that doesn't mean you won't be chosen. We're going to continue going through them. I haven't been able to go through all that we received yet today. And again, watch on here, watch on Monster's Facebook, and on his Instagram. If you pop up anywhere, you are in, and it can be any day, you are in the drawing. This first submission.
Don't forget to check out the screen, hit the thumbs up button, and then come back in to see us because I can't tell how many people are there and how many thumbs up we got. Usually I have my glasses on. The readers just aren't the same, but I put the readers on and I'll look up and I'll get dizzy.
I hate autocorrect.
Is that the Esteban?
You just gave it a name. You stole my thunder.
I'm a thunder sealer.
Esteban Leva, you are the first one, and that's his YouTube name as well, Esteban Leva. You are the first. Michael is going to watch your match. He actually found a couple of, there's actually a few matches on here.
So it's like a montage.
Compilation.
That's
yeah, and some great pulling.
Some good arm wrestling. He's professional.
Yeah, so Michael is going to have a look at this one, and we got to get to where we want to go first.
All right.
So here you go. Where do you want to go?
Just keep going. Can we see it move or no?
Yes. Oh, my fingers aren't. Hang on. Keep talking, please, while I'm doing this.
All right. So can't see anything. So let me put these readers back on so I can see it. It's a lefty match. So that could be it right there. I think that might be it.
Okay. Let's start watching.
Greeting from the Czech Republic. There you go. I do not train side pressure specifically. All right. So check out Esteban here. Got a good stop. Now he's going full-blown king.
Look at that full-blown king. But he's in the center.
Yeah, he's in the center, which technically if it's center or losing, right? It's not center, you're not supposed to drop below. I think you're supposed to be winning.
Okay.
This depends on what rules are going by. Now there's obviously the winning position. Boom. Now that transition to a press is beautiful.
You want to look at that again? Let's look at that again.
Let's check it out one more time. That transition to a press is flawless arm wrestling.
Okay, watch this. Boom.
It's so beautiful. It's like because that's the thing. When you transition to peg press, you have to peg deck. You don't let up. You keep that pressure going. You just kind of peg deck yourself in a position. So very good position. Very impressive arm wrestling. Great transition. So yeah, this next one is also going to be a left-handed one.
That's right.
No, not.
Oh, you mean fast forward.
The one I want to show you, sweetie. So there's a left-hand match that he slips. He drops, loses his hand. Keep going. He's going to lose his hand, drop his rods, or slip out. So look, or I think this is this. His hand is being dominated outside the strap.
Okay.
And then this kid gets in the strap and does something awesome. Okay, look, right? So he's good. He just got the slip. Now watch this. Boom. Nails his shoulder press right here. Beautiful. Uh-oh. That's very versatile arm wrestler. So I enjoyed watching that. It was cool to see. So he's definitely in the running. So I don't know how we're going to pick the winning one, but that is some good arm wrestling right there.
Awesome.
All right, so
Esteban, that is awesome. Some awesome work.
Yeah, I mean, he really is a professional arm wrestler, so it was good to watch those.
So again, that is Esteban Leva, and that is his YouTube name. Everybody give him a sub. If some of my moderators can drop his actual link right down there in the chat, that would be awesome. All right, so we're going to show another one, so don't go away.
Yeah, we got
not just yet. We're going to discuss a few more things, then we're going to show the second one. But he is the first. Phil Woody, great behind-the-scenes members-only footage from the Pablo match. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Glad you enjoyed it. It was fun watching them work with each other, right? MMT on the right track to that tippity-top bam. Thank you so much, Phil, for being a member.
Appreciate it, Phil. I mean,
25 months.
And that's the thing. If everything continues to progress the way it is, like the thing that gives me the most optimism is the fact that where I'm at now without any heavy training, knowing that I get to start pushing myself over these next 7 weeks and then have that week of rest, it really excites me where I can potentially be just for that match. I'll come home from that match, have a week of kind of recovery. I'll get 4 weeks of good training in, a week of rest, boom, go to Dubai at King of the Table. So don't know exactly when my next match will be after that. Could be July, could be August. But
I'm kind of hoping July is just commentating because we got a special something.
We do have our 10-year anniversary 2 days before the event, if he keeps the same day. So be a good celebration over there for sure.
So DS is asking, who is your next match? I'll show you. Hang on one second.
So you don't say it? You're just going to show it?
I'm going to show it.
There you go.
There we go. If you don't know yet, you don't know.
Frank Lamparelli, it's a match that I asked for because I saw how well he did against Matt Mask. You know, Matt Mask is known for having a great top row. Frank took Matt's hand. And I have history with Frank. We arm wrestled back in 2008, and it was a war, right? So knowing that he was number 9 in the rankings, you know, gave me a starting point. Now, that was before I knew I was going to pull Pablo. So Pablo was actually ranked number 8 in the rankings. But neither one of us were in the 253 class when we arm wrestled. Right. 271, I was 267, right? So
move this slot.
But it's nice to know that I'm already competitive with that tier, right? So having Frank as my first opponent was exciting to me because the first opponent was supposed to be next week and supposed to be Lars, which is obviously a bent wrist presser. I could not pick a completely opposite opponent in Frank, which was a challenge and test for myself because I want to be able to beat a top roller and I want to be able to beat a presser. So knowing that I have 2 polar opposite matches 6 weeks apart, just means I have to be completely prepared for everything that's going to come at me. I just didn't want to prepare for one move. So having these two different guys, because if you only have one guy you're pulling and he has one move that you have to beat, you could potentially get lazy on your training and not train everything. So I'm forced now to train. I have to train everything right now. So I'm excited about what's coming.
I am too. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I am running this live stream on a Sony.
It could overheat.
It could overheat. If it does, everything, you'll still hear us. It'll go dark. I've got to go change out the battery, put it back up. We'll keep rolling. Yeah. Okay. So just letting you know, I've made some changes, so hopefully it won't. But if it does, you know.
All right, King of the
Norman, hi from Norway. How do you see Pavlo as an opponent statistically?
I don't understand the question. Stylistically?
Oh, yeah, I said statistically. Yes, the correct word is stylistically.
I think Pablo's the best arm wrestler he's ever been right now to work with Bob Brown. Like,
right.
Very, very perfect. Just so he said himself, like, listen, and I not been working with Bob the last few months, you would have smacked me every match.
Okay, you guys focused on this for a minute. We just found out when Pavlo was here. We had no idea. When Pavlo arm wrestled Sandras, when he arm wrestled Saban, when he arm wrestled Marcio.
When he won the Arnold Classic.
When he won the Arnold Classic.
Everything he's done up till several months ago, he did not know how to arm wrestle. Just, okay, I'm going to go real hard this direction. I'm going to go hard this direction.
He didn't know anything about using.
Switch to this direction, I will, but I don't know how to counter this guy. I don't know how to get it.
He didn't know about moving his elbow.
How did he not know about moving his elbow? But he didn't. That's what's crazy. So he did very good counters. I mean, he stuck. Once he found out that we were going to do a super match, he had a game plan. He did very well.
Yeah.
His movement was great. Was crazy that he actually outweighed me by 4 pounds. Now, by the time he left, I was the heavier guy. You know what I'm saying?
He's a big fellow, though.
Oh, my God.
Okay. So the fact that
270, because he ended up finishing at like 275.8 pounds. That is a thick dude. Like, he's 2 inches shorter than me, but he's so thick. Like, I was like, what the hell? Because every time I see him, he looks impressive, but he looks super impressive.
So that is a huge shout out, though, to Bob Brown. What Pavlo did is he saw how Bob was working with Marcio, and he's like, are you taking on students? He said, is a student you? He said, yes, it is. He said, then I'm taking on students. Pavlo then schedules to head out there to Bob Brown he was in Nevada at the time. Or is it Salt Lake? Okay, headed to Utah, did some training with Bob Brown. I think he's done it a couple of times now.
I think so, maybe.
And Bob's keeping track of how he's doing. You guys, so he's putting that power now to better use.
I mean, very impressive young man. So I think he's got a lot of potential to keep moving forward, causing a lot of trouble in the North American rankings. But I also think his international, like he did say he believes that it'd be a completely different match with Sanders right now. So, I mean, that's all you can do.
Round one didn't look bad.
Yeah, round one was pretty impressive. So, I mean, it's fun to see him progressing as well. So it was a great match. Stylistically, I loved it. It tested me in places that I needed to be tested. I mean, pulling Corey all the time lets me know where my arm is against Corey, but didn't let me know where my arm is against other people. So I found out, hey, it's holding in. It's really pretty good.
So RMH Texas is asking what happens after Frank if you win. So Michael is not looking past Frank. Michael does have big goals, but each step along the way is requiring his full focus. He does have the next match scheduled.
Yeah, win or lose, I'm pulling Frank April 20th, and I'm pulling like June 1st, Lars Robikin. So I have 2 matches 6 weeks apart. So, so if the question is what I'm going to do after those 2 matches, I mean, I have 2 different ways I can go with it, but I'm not looking past Frank at all. I've got to beat Frank in 8 weeks, and that's what I'm going to do.
All righty. So now are we ready to break down some King of the Table?
Why not?
All right.
Why not?
Okay, wait a minute. All right, give me, you guys comment. Who is taking the Auden, or does it say Odin? Is it Auden? Auden Larrett versus Whisperer match. Who is taking
They weighed in 40 pounds apart.
I know. That was the biggest Auden. Well, he said it's the biggest.
Yeah, he's 210, said the biggest there been was 200.
Yeah.
But Whisper's like 76 or something. So I mean, there's a 40-pound discrepancy.
Right.
35, 40-pound discrepancy between the 2 guys.
Is there anything to say, though, that Auden is stretched over, I mean, you
can say whatever you want.
I think a more compact mass you think would be,
Well, he's got longer levers. He arm wrestles. He trains with his dad.
Yeah, that's a problem.
What they say is he trains, it's hard or harder than Devin does. So I mean, it's hard not to want to say Auden. Whisper's built quite the platform for himself, and he's a very proficient arm wrestler. He's came a long way, so should be a good one. I'm excited about it. I'm still feel like, I don't know what I said in predictions, but I'm going to go 60-40 Auden.
Okay, yes. So Drew Bailey says Auden. The Truth says Whisperer. Salvatore Rios says Auden. Okay, I said.
Shout out to Salvatore Rios. We have some awesome flooring coming in. Big thanks to that young man right there. Monster Factory is going to look so professional when we get through installing that. Super excited about that. And it's going to save some of these old knees and ankles when I play basketball. So,
all righty. Thank you so much, Salvatore.
Yeah.
So my original prediction was Auden dominantly. I don't know. I think he might have pissed the Whisperer off just a little bit. And I know, but we know from your match with Ron Bath that sometimes when you run your mouth a little too much,
that bit me in the ass in 06.
It backfires you, or it backfires just a little bit. So I think that it might be a little bit closer than what I was initially expecting. We'll see.
What's this say?
Mike Hawk. Oh, you made me do it! But you didn't. I said Hawk. I said Hawk. Okay. Would you consider a match with Balak Bagur?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who it is either.
Yep. So
I think he was trying to make me say something else. Yep. Mike.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't either. No idea. I probably said it wrong. You probably should have asked.
So yeah.
Whisper is outmatched for sure, is what Cody Bird Arm Wrestling says. Levi says Auden. Rob K says Auden, but he thinks it should be close. Auden is 50 pounds heavier than ET.
He's not, but I mean, I saw the weigh-ins today.
So, he saw the weigh-ins, guys. I mean, so he was 40, right?
Yeah, it was like 70 something to 290, 210. So
210, yeah.
It'd have to be 70 to 210. If he was only 70, so that'd be 40, and he was actually 70 something.
Okay.
70 something. So it was, but yeah.
And
that's all.
Old Crow Corno says, after seeing them in the press conference, Auden is just so much bigger, and the kid knows how to pull. Well, of course he does.
Clearly, yes.
I mean, okay. First of all, we were wrong on our initial that Devin was going to be in his corner. He's not.
Yeah, no.
He's not there. Jody is, which is probably better. All right. I'm just saying, she's got that whole corner thing on lockdown.
Yeah, she's a good corner person.
She is. All right. Well, let's move on.
Robbie Carstendike versus Coach Ray.
Is that what's kicking it off?
I don't know, but I think Robbie's going to win.
Really?
Yeah, and I love Coach Ray.
Yeah.
Coach Ray obviously will be a more proficient, more experienced arm wrestler. I just don't know if he's strong enough to beat Robbie.
Okay.
Robbie's really strong. So that's exciting to me. Matt Mass versus Derek Smith. Another potentially exciting match. I think Derek's a better arm wrestler with more options. It's just, does he have as good a hand and lever as Matt Mass? That's what's going to come down to, in my opinion.
You know what I think?
No.
I initially went with Derek as well, but I may be rethinking that just a tad, because one thing I know about Matt, he goes crazy and will sacrifice all of his body to get that win in.
He'll sacrifice all his body to not get the win in. I mean, he breaks stuff all the time.
That's what I'm saying, but he's willing to break stuff all the time.
And it just comes down to if he's in the match.
Yeah.
If he's in the match, very good chance of winning. If he loses his hand, not a good chance of winning.
Well, there you go.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, he's a hand-dominant arm wrestler. If he takes the hand of Derek, got a very good chance of winning. If he does not, he's not capable of taking the hand. Chances significantly decrease.
All righty. Moving on. Pablo.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. We were just talking about you a moment ago and giving a big shout out to Bob Brown Arm Wrestling as well, being the awesome coach. So now where are we at?
We also have Wagner Orlando versus Tobias. I just can't see very few people can beat Tobias, in my opinion.
So you're going.
Man, that dude's a stud. And he weighed in heavy as hell, too.
Hey.
Of course, probably not as heavy as Pablo. Wagner. Probably not as heavy as Wagner, but just a bad dude. His left arm's ridiculous. Lachlan versus David Rubla. David, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lachlan's strong. He's a strong dude. I can't really pick a winner because I don't know how strong David is. But I'm watching. We got We'll watch it tomorrow as soon as it kicks off.
Yes, we will. I'm so excited about
The
it.
biggest thing, go ahead.
Go ahead. Were you moving on to Dave Chafee? Yeah. So Dave Chafee said that he's been working on, or his hand or something was injured.
Yeah, he got injured from the last match.
Yeah. And he said that it is just now back to feeling good.
Right.
Yeah. So
which is perfect timing, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the picture of them together, my God, Vitaly looks like a giant.
He's so big.
It's insane.
He's so big.
But you gotta love Dave, man. I mean, the guy he's been put through the ringer recently, and he's game. He's a game guy. And if his stem cells have helped and he's feeling better, I mean, it's hard to count out Dave. I mean, thing is, Dave won last time. So does that mean
in a war 4-3 when all
like I said, Vitaly had to be taken out on a stretcher with oxygen.
Yeah.
Does Vitaly looking for revenge? I mean, is that what this match is about? If it is, Vitaly's a very dangerous arm wrestler. We will know round one. Round one, we will know if it's a match or not.
Because that's usually when Dave is on fire.
Yeah, I mean, but we'll know immediately round one. Like the first go on round one, we're gonna know what's up.
Okay.
If Dave's healthy or not, we'll find out. Very first radio.
Well, all right.
I'm definitely cheering for Dave. Love Dave. I like Vitaly a lot too. I mean, I would like to pull Vitaly eventually. Long lever, big obstacle to come over, but I like the challenge. I'd like to do that.
When he says eventually, guys, there are steps.
Yeah, like next week.
There's a step up there.
But okay, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right, maybe I don't know, but definitely a match I'd be interested in taking just because I want to find out if I can shut down that long lever. You know.
I can't understand what I was just reading. Okay, here's one. Hope Vitaly barely wins. So we get that trilogy rematch. That would be fun, wouldn't it? So Dave is finally 100% healthy is the question from Andrew DC. We didn't say that. He said his hand and wrist are.
Usually I've talked to Dave before a match and I wasn't able to get a hold of him this time.
Yeah,
I've tried a couple times. He didn't answer. So
yeah. So the thing is that I don't think that his neck problem has been fixed.
I think there's going to have to be surgery for that or something.
Superboy says you guys are couples goals. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I definitely got to keep her here.
Okay, so now we can move on. Is that it's called? Yep. But anyways, guys, if you have not gotten your pay-per-view yet for King of the Table 10, I believe, be sure that you log on to coresports.world and get that pay-per-view and be watching with us tomorrow. Super excited that this card has continued, or that this promotion has continued moving forward, but there's a lot of matches on there that could change some things, in rankings and stuff. So
definitely.
Super excited.
Especially now that everything that happens at King of the Table counts towards rankings and stuff for East versus West.
Right. Cool stuff. All right. So now it is time. If you have just logged on here, be sure to click out of that chat and click the thumbs up. Get back in the chat. We're about to show the second arm wrestling. And this one is short, but I had to put it on here because some things are kind of funny about it, but also it looks a lot like
a very good match.
Someone that I know, at least in your early days.
What, my recording?
No, well the arm position.
Well, I mean, that's not a Michael Todd arm position. That's a pretty good arm position.
It looks like a Michael Todd arm position to me. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, we had earlier today people send us videos of their matches or of their practice matches so that Michael could choose some to review. We'll be reviewing them every Thursday night on our lives, but also they'll pop up in Michael's reels on Instagram and on Facebook. So be sure you're following him there. And from the people that he chooses to review, you're going to go into a contest. The winner of that contest will be decided mid-April. And that person will have the option of coming to Monster Factory as a VIP guest for our next Monster Factory event.
There you go. All right, let's see it.
All righty. Let's get it up here. Now, I have it muted because these also have some, I don't think this one has. Okay, I don't have to mute this one.
Do you not?
No, the other one had music in it. Okay,
cool.
All right. And I also dropped in there, send them to monstermt243@gmail.com if you want to send in your match videos. And here we go.
Keep the height, Jeremy.
Obviously, Jeremy. Jeremy.
Don't, Jeremy, don't give away that height, Jeremy. If you don't like it, don't take it, Jeremy.
Come back this way. Steve Black versus Ray.
Jeremy, just go to rough grip, Jeremy.
Holy shit. All right, guys. Steve Black versus Ray here.
We go to this.
You got a strap match?
Yeah, we got to go to the strap, guys. Sorry, I have to move it forward just a little bit. This is Jeremy Moseston, and on YouTube, he is AWJDM.
All right.
Hit, no, Jeremy, hit. Just focus. Just listen to me and you focus.
Good job, Steve.
Ready, go.
Come back up, Jeremy. Stay there. Don't open up, Jeremy.
Come on.
Don't open up.
Carson K.
You're still in it.
Look at your hand, Jeremy. Look at your hand.
Move your elbow, move your elbow.
Stay there, Jeremy.
No, he's not.
Hold back.
Yeah!
Very nice.
What a match, bro. There you go.
Hey,
So he started off with a very nice top row off the get, then getting his hand compromised and staying pretty strong there. So that was a very nice match to see. Very impressive arm wrestling, and definitely showed a lot of heart. But still committed once his hand got taken from him.
absolutely. So, Jeremy, you are in that drawing. And by the way, next time, put that camera in somebody's hand that maybe isn't so invested in your bones staying where they're at. Okay. I found that out too. I've actually videoed some of Michael, and I'm like yelling, and the match is over there, and I've got the phone over here. So yeah, put that phone or whatever in somebody's hands that isn't going to freak out just like that. But great match. Are you guys enjoying that? I'm looking forward to looking at some more.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
So again, we've got, I bet we have 30 people send them in today.
Today alone,
not
probably.
more.
Yeah.
And looking forward to this. So be sure that you follow Michael. He is Monster Michael Todd on Instagram and on Facebook. His Facebook page, Monster Michael Todd. And here every Thursday.
Right. We're in Q&A, baby.
Q&A. It is time for the Q&A.
Counting this thing down, I think. I don't know how much time. Yeah.
We are at 47 and 12. So, guys, if you're just coming on, we have gone over King of the Table, our last minute thoughts on King of the Table. Covered just a few more things about when Pablo was here, and also gave a shout out to our members. We were dropping members only content, and one thing they got this week was some pulling that.
The after pulling.
The after pulling.
Like right after their match was finished, right after post match interviews, jumped back on the table and had some good times.
Right. And the full interview. Oh, in fact, I put in there what Pablo thinks about your next two matches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So they got that as well. So it's great to see more up and coming arm wrestling. I really like that too. Farmhand. There you are, Trey. Says, what's up, Monster Family? If you guys are not following Farmhand, he is a frequent here in the Monster Factory training with Michael. And what'd you say?
Paul Hicks up there too. And I saw
Paul
Brian
Hicks
earlier too.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? And so is Jeremy Parker. We also see him a lot here in the Monster Factory. So guys, we are about to go through our Q&A. If you got any questions, put them up now. Old Crow says, I ordered the pay-per-view already. Best way to support the sport at the highest level is pay for the pay-per-views. Joshua on Facebook says, how old is that amazing beard?
How old is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm 50. And so last time I shaved it completely off was 2017. I've trimmed about 6 inches off a couple of times though.
How about this? Michael from Superboy, do you know Dennis personally? MMT? Were you friends?
Of course. I mean, we're definitely mutual respect for one another, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them about the first time you met Dennis and how that happened at the FIBO.
Okay. One of the privileges of being Mrs. Monster is I'm basically with Michael. Well, I am with Michael everywhere he goes, right? So these people that he's known and competed with for a while are like folks that I've only heard about or seen, videos of. We're at FIBO and Michael 2014. And Michael and I had a super match. I arm wrestled a Swede, beat her 6-0. Thank you, Neil, for never putting that out.
Right, that was a good
video. Still waiting on that. Is that going to be a black card? I'm sorry, Neil. All right, but anyways, we had a good time and we're walking through FIBO and I hear, Michael, Michael, I look over, and the largest human being that I have seen at that time, I've seen bigger since, at that time, is walking towards Michael. His fingers
Hawkish, right?
are hawkish, right? And it was like he was just so excited to see you.
Yeah.
And you were so excited to see him.
Of course.
And that's the thing that you guys don't realize is there is some shows going on when people are trying to hype matches. But all in all, at the elite level, the arm wrestlers at the upper pro and elite level, the arm wrestlers really have great respect for each other. And when they run into each other, it's like either a high school reunion or a family reunion. There's just always, everybody's so excited to see each other, right? And he loaded Michael down with a whole bunch of stuff that we couldn't read the labels on and brought it back to the United States, pre-workouts and stuff like that. But yeah, I would say that you guys are friendly.
Yeah.
You know?
We talked, we messaged quite a bit.
Yeah.
And talked about potentially doing some training together and stuff. If it works out for both of us, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So here we go. Michael, do you see yourself pulling anyone close to the elite on your left arm again? This is Morgan's beer belly.
I would like to pull Camille left-handed.
You'd like to do what?
Yeah. Although he beat Devin and he beat KOTT 2 days apart.
Styles make matches.
If I can drive, and that's the same thing. Papa's like, dude, you're fast. Your press is probably faster than his.
Yeah.
So if he's coming press to press for me, there's a shot.
There's a shot. Is there a shot 3 times though, or
4 times? Yeah. If I do it once, my confidence goes to the roof, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he does have a ridiculously strong press. But I think if you hit it first and force him, so I don't know, it'd be interesting. I told Ian I was interested in the match. Right now, my shoulder's screwed. Elbow's not in great shape, but
did y'all hear that crunch?
My left is, when it's healthy, when my left elbow's healthy, my left shoulder's healthy, it's good. It's just I pull with it when it's not healthy a lot of times, so it makes people think my left's not that good.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely. I'd love definitely pull some left-handed matches.
DB Cooper, can anyone beat Levon at this point? Or you're talking about like today in time?
Well, we're going to find out in 8 weeks if anybody can.
Yeah.
That's really, seriously, everything else is speculation. We will find out in 8 weeks.
That's the truth.
Everyone can have their favorites and they can make their predictions, and that doesn't mean shit. In 8 weeks, we find out, Let me
see if I got any. I know I saw one just back here. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Searching. I don't want to miss your questions. You know what I mean? Okay, I do have to. I was looking at this, and I actually think this is true. Old Crow Cornhole, and you guys were talking about Auden and the Whisperer, and someone was like, "Well, that's pretty much the difference, or actually, the difference is worse between Devin and Levon. It's more than 40 pounds or
way
more. But like this guy's saying, giving up 40 pounds when you're 170 is a bigger deal than when you're 270.
Right. Devin's giving up 100 plus pounds, but still, that's what you do when you're a super heavyweight.
Yeah.
It's just this whole weight category shit. Like, it bothers me.
You don't hear the super
unless you're a lighter dude.
Yeah.
Then I understand it. I just want to pull people. I'm doing this because I want the 253. I want a shot at the 253, the heavyweight title, all this shit. But other than that, man, if I got a super match, let's just arm wrestle. Making a weight class and all that. That's cool and it's great because, but at the end of the day, if you're not doing this to be the number one guy, I don't know. Would you rather be the number one guy in the world or the number one guy in your weight class?
Well, clearly, if we're asking you, we know what your answer is.
Right? And I think that goes for most larger guys. If you're shooting for it, could be accomplishing number one in the world in your weight class, amazing accomplishment. It's awesome. But you can see people who are number one in their weight class and not top 100 in the world because you're talking about like the lighter guys, right? Mm-hmm. I love arm wrestling. I just want to arm wrestle. So it doesn't, weight category, giving up, I'm never going to bitch about, this guy was this big. Well, I knew that when I accepted the match. I arm wrestle Corey all the time and he's 100 and how much heavier than me? Mm-hmm. Like a lot. 150 pounds, So it matters in lighter categories. It does. Once you get over 240, 50 pounds, then whatever, let's arm wrestle.
Right. And like I said, I see it mostly fans complaining about the weight discrepancies in the supers. I don't really see the supers complaining about it.
No, Travis made a good point the other day about some of the matches for East versus West, saying like the East is killing the West. get some of the lighter weight champions to take on novelty match, like, bigger guys.
Mhm.
They're not the top guy in the super heavyweight class. Let some, get the light heavyweight champion pull in the super heavyweight division and see if he can beat the number 15 guy or number 10 guy, whatever.
Mhm.
That sounds cool.
Mhm.
Those are cool matchups, I mean, the super heavyweight really gets screwed if he wins. He's like, oh, you beat a guy. How much smaller are you? You lose it, so you lost a guy. How much smaller?
Right,
At the end of the day, man, it's just arm wrestling. It's just fun.
All righty. Whoops. Let's fucking go, Monster. That practice pool with Pablo was great. What a gracious friend and confidence boost. You inspire me, big guy. Proud of you, Monster. Oh, this is what I was trying to pull it. Okay. Michael, you've got a wicked press for a while. Do you train that in the weight room?
I don't train the movement. No, I mean, I train to be strong.
Uh-huh.
I just have really fast shoulder press ability. And now my right arm with the improved range of motion, check this out. Round 3 against Pablo. Hit him without the strap, press him, had to roll back onto the top rope, get his hand, slip. Well, that's the first time I tried the press in the strap. And I haven't even really tried that in practice. So that's why I said, hey, dude, just so you know, I'm coming right back in the press.
I could not believe that he did that, guys. And that's basically like being in the boxing ring and saying, hey, this is where I'm coming for you now. Or I guess it's like Babe Ruth pointing where he's going to hit the ball, I
mean, it was just, I wanted him to know, I'm coming at you with the hardest press I can possibly muster. If you can stop it, stop it.
Yeah.
So apparently my press is pretty good right-handed.
It's so much closer.
When it's connected, like it may not be great without the strap, but once you tie me to the person, my range of motion is way improved. And the speed of it, because it doesn't take me so long to do it.
Okay, that was that day. I believe with what you're doing, by the time your match comes around in April, that you will have the connection you need and it won't matter.
Oh, outside the strap? No, different things. I mean, it doesn't matter how strong your hand and wrist is. If you're loose gripping, you're driving in on somebody, and then a posting style top rope comes out, your wrists get flopped always. Now, unless you have Matashika's wrist, which... How many years did he train to get that wrist? I mean, it's going to be a while. But, yeah, I don't have to. I mean, thing is, I can slip with anybody. I've never not been able to slip with somebody. I slip with some Flitkoff, I slip with Pushkar, I can slip with anybody. I mean, I've never tried slipping with Dottie who Todd Hutchins said he couldn't slip with. I've never pulled Levon. How hard does he get out of his hand? I'm sure it's pretty hard. But I've never found someone I couldn't slip with. So if I can slip with them in an outside move, so you don't want to try to slip with somebody with inside press because then you gave up your wrist. Right? Slip with them outside, then get a tight connection, then drop on them inside. Kind of like how the young man did earlier, where Esteban did earlier. He slipped outside. He didn't have a great slip. Like he lost his hand slip, but then he got connection and drove it on the press. So, I mean, I have that option available to me right now.
Michael, do you think you can beat Dennis Saplinkoff right now? This is Malachi's TV.
I'm going to catch a lot of shit for this.
Okay.
I like my chances.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to flash me. We both have an open top roll. But
would you prefer to have more time to prep for
If the
that?
match was offered to me, I'd take it right now.
Oh, my.
Yeah. I love Dennis, but Dennis is not the same guy that I pulled in the past.
So wouldn't you want him to be?
Am I trying to win? Hell no, you don't want him to be. No, I mean, the fact is, will we ever see that Dennis again?
Would you like him to have the opportunity to get stronger?
Oh, absolutely. I'd love to see Dennis from 2000.
Because you want to pull the best Dennis can be.
Yeah, but I'm not the best me I can be right now. So they ask right now. So hell no, I don't want the best Dennis right now. I want that Dennis. And it still doesn't mean I can win, but I do like my chances. Just styles. I mean, like, I think I have enough endurance in my arm to last just as long as he can,
Well, here's another question that I'm sure I'm going to fall out of my chair over.
Okay.
The other Paulin, if you do really well against your next 2 opponents, would you like to rematch with Rivas after?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if I'm good against my next 2 guys and I don't get a number 1 contender match or interim heavyweight title match,
that means you would pull the number 2 or number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I don't get that, then yes, I'll jump into supers and pull Zvekov, who's ranked higher than Rivas. That's what I'd like to do.
Okay.
Because I like that style. But I like Rivas too. He called me the other day on
he did.
video.
He called
inviting us to come to Georgia, right?
He did.
So he had his translator there talking for him.
I'm a big fan of all the Georgians. I mean,
oh man, they're so hospitable.
Oh my gosh.
if I was in a different place right now and was able to travel, we were going to go.
We would be there.
We were going to go next week we was going to be in Dubai now, and then Sunday go to Georgia was our plan originally.
Right. And the thing is that the Georgians are just that way with Michael, and they are with so many of the arm wrestlers. They're like, come. And I told you, I told Michael last time when we were at East versus West, when Michael was commentating and Levon was there, and Levon's like, Michael, come. He told him that like 3 different times. I'm like, listen, if the big guy says that you need to go to Georgia, you need to get on a plane and go to Georgia. Yeah. Just my opinion.
I would like to rematch for Rivez. I'd like to rematch KOTT. I mean, there's a lot of matches I would like to run back. People are like, oh, we want to see the Angrabayev match. I'm not making 105.
No,
so that's not going to happen.
He's having so much trouble just getting down below 260.
That's not. I was so close last Thursday. I was 258. Right. Damn it. I don't know where my weight's at. I can't get. I mean, I don't know how I got so big so fast.
So, Cattastic. Question for you both. And this is funny because I think that she's talking about with the core sports. You know, she says, question for you both. What is the thing you're looking forward to most tomorrow?
Oh, so you're talking about core sports.
I think that's what she's talking about because I'm thinking I'm going to be finishing my project and I'm going to be winding up one of my classes. Very excited about getting done with that this week. Yeah.
I mean, tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, I want to see the Vitaly Dave match to see where Dave's at. That's cool.
Yeah.
The Derek Smith match tells us a lot.
I just like watching the pay-per-views. You know,
I mean, have we ever missed one?
No. And the thing is that there's not any one match on this one that I want to see more than anything. I really want to see them all.
I like seeing Robbie Carson die.
Yeah, very excited about that. Yeah.
You know, Body by Robbie and Botticell have been very good to us. So I'm excited to see that match. And I like Coach Ray. Coach Ray's funny. So
I just want to see all of them. I'm excited about all of the matches. Jody, hey, Chocolate Thunder. He says, I predict we see the old school Arm Wars, Michael Todd Press. Hey, Rebecca.
It's available to me now for sure. And I think it's better now because I think my hand and wrists are better.
You have said, this is Morgan Spear Bentley, you have said you don't do any warm-up before super match. Are you planning to keep doing that?
Okay, so I do have a new arm now. So I haven't tried, I didn't warm up before Pablo.
I know. And
I think that's a bad idea. Maybe I should have done some bands or something. Here's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to do something else like that again before practice or something. And
see how you perform.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do it the first time.
I don't want to do warm up and then blow myself up and then be weaker. You know what I mean? Because I took a week off. I take a week off all the time. So I've always just grabbed them and went. So I haven't warmed up in 15 plus years. But I don't warm up for lift weights either. And I've tried that recently and I'm like, okay, shit, I got to start warming up. That was a big load on my arm right there.
You know where your thing?
I have not tried to arm wrestle my mouthpiece yet. Not one, didn't use it. Probably, I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. Like, I forget about it all the time when I'm lifting. I'm like, oh shit, let me put the mouthpiece in. I mean, and
it makes a difference.
I think it does. I think it did with the Devon lift that day.
Yeah.
I've done some heavy pronation lifts, my pronation engage setup, all those things usually use the mouthpiece. So I guess I need to arm wrestle with it and see how that works.
All righty.
We got about 5 minutes. We got to go.
Okay, 5 minutes and we got to go. Greetings from Greece, Michael. Are you going to still be using the King's move after your injury, or are you going to switch your style for something better after that?
What's better than the King's move? So, yeah, I will do whatever it takes to win a match within the rules.
Yes.
So, it doesn't, I mean, is the King's move the first option? Not, it doesn't have to be. So, I can do every technique. I'm just going to do whatever it takes to win. That's it.
Allison, hey, Allison on here. Will we see Rebecca Poole anytime soon? I am fully retired. Fully.
She never really loved it, you know?
Never.
She was good at it and got real good at it. And then just, it wasn't her. Like, it's not her thing. She likes being fit. She likes working out. And then last year when I got injured, she ended up getting injured. And she hasn't really been able to push herself the way because she loves CrossFit. She loves just functional fitness, and we're hoping to get back to that. We're hoping, stem cells on her help, and we can get her feeling better too.
All right. So Malachi's TV, Michael, do you think you can beat this Dave Chafee right now?
We don't know what this Dave Chafee is.
Right.
We'll find out tomorrow, right? I've always fared real well against Dave. I'm 8-2 against him lifetime. I don't feel bad right now. Like, I feel strong. So don't know where Dave's at. Love Dave. Always want to pull Dave Chafee, right?
Right. And Gabriel Young, he actually chatted about this early. How's Michael's arm after the Pablo match? It was fine after the Pablo match, but Michael and Pablo pulled, I can't tell you how many matches, each other, and then Jeremy Parker, they pulled him, and then they got out the next day, did some weightlifting, and pulled again. So, yeah, they're sore now.
Yeah. We both have went home and trained, though.
Mm-hmm.
We're both training this week.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I mean, I want to, like, I've got Artem coming up next weekend, plus Don Underwood's coming. We're going to film some content, do some good stuff. Artem's going to work on my setup, my strap game. So I just want to work out this week, and then when those guys get here, get some more workout in, get some more pulling in. I mean, I thought about maybe doing something else between now and the match, like another, go pull Pablo, go to Todd Hutchins, pull Todd. I don't know yet exactly what we're going to do. Aramis did mention me about possibly coming over, so I'd love to have him here. I don't really know what's next after this. Just I know I got 7 weeks to train.
And you're going full force training. And we actually talked about you really don't need the table time. You know how to arm wrestle. What you need
That's
is
the
setup.
thing. Yeah. I mean, I got the confidence pulling Pablo last week. I don't need to arm wrestle. I know how to arm wrestle. I just need to make sure that I'm strong and all this. I need to learn how to set up in the strap and not get. I don't need to cheat somebody to set up. I just need to get a fair start. So if whatever they're doing, I need to know how to counter it to make sure that I'm not giving up so much in the setup, because it's been a problem for a decade now. I just let people have whatever they want, and I try to power through them,
Absolutely. Well, guys, that is going to do it for us. I want to give one more shout out to Esteban Leiva and Jeremy Mosesin. They were the matches reviewed by Michael today in this live stream, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy that edition?
Oh, yeah. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
it was a lot of fun. And again, continue following Michael here on YouTube. Be sure to hit subscribe and click that bell for notifications so you know when we drop another link for a live or a video. And also follow him on Instagram and Facebook, because that's where you just might see your matches as well. Looking forward to finding out mid-April who's going to win that contest. So keep those match videos coming in to monstermt@243gmail. I think we're signing off. James Wood, hope all is well.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, I forgot to read.
Feeling a little bit better.
Phil Woody said Mrs. Monster taught me some great table tips. Using that belly.
Mrs. Monster or Mr. Monster?
Mrs. Monster. Using that belly against the table to improve that back pressure. I showed him that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Thank you.
Where'd you learn that from?
I don't know. This guy says he knows something about arm wrestling. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for hanging out. See you
Take
next
care.
Thursday, 6 p.m. Central. Talk to you later.
Maybe I'll lose some weight by then.